Hey guys, before this video starts, I just want to point out that I did make a cord for all y'all like a week ago, so go drop by. I'll be hanging around there and possibly doing a real giveaway. That's all. Link in the description. Hey YouTube, it's your boy Mizuki, back in another video, and in today's video, we're going to be running back the long forgotten tier list. And if y'all have been around for a minute, y'all know that I love making tier lists, like with a passion, and going into details about certain moves, which in this case are obviously Fullbringers and their Fullbrings. Currently in the game there are 4 Fullbrings, with many more to come, but I just want to break down every single one of these, do a full analysis, and rank them by not a biased opinion, but one given to me by you guys. Yes guys, before making this video, I discussed this info with the active members of the game, as well as the mods, and then content creators such as myself to solidify my point of view. I've also made timestamps for today's video, the first part being the background and the basics of Fullbringers, and then I'll actually get into the analysis and ranking of each one individually, and lastly, I'll cap off with a nice outro as usual. So now without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Now hear me out. PEROXIDE has not yet actually come out with the Trello section for this new race, which is like, hello bro? Isn't that the first thing that should have been dropped? Making everything hella confusing, especially in the beginning, but I'm just going based off my personal experiences with each one of the 4. And of course the feedback y'all gave me in the cord. So if y'all haven't joined already, make sure to join and take that train into the cord. Yeah. Now anyways, again, currently 4 different Fullbrings in the game. We got 1 legendary, 2 rares, and 1 common. The legendary being the Dimension Fullbring, the 2 rares being the Keter and the Clock, and the 1 common being Midas. Some other things to mention, there are 4 Fullbrings, 2 of which are Spirit and 2 of which are Strength build, which is very cool. Doesn't leave anybody out, like, literally. And of course, the fact that, in general, Fullbringers are, as a whole, very combo type Fullbring, or very combo type ability. Just every single one of the Fullbrings is combo orientated, as y'all will see later on. Like, quite literally, every Fullbring is an M1 or combo extending beast. Like, obviously, Cars got like Sarahs and Ballas and crazy spear moves, but Fullbrings are quite the opposite and are always on their feet, combo extending and whatnot. So now anyways, with the quick background out of the way, let's get right into the ranking. Starting off with the rares, Clock. The first Fullbring I got for y'all is the Clock Fullbring. So basically, this will probably be the only biased opinion in this video, but Clock Fullbring is my favorite Fullbring for many reasons. The first is its gun. The gun type Fullbring that focuses on combo extending, but it also is a nice balance between close and far range moves. For example, in the normal mode, it has 3 moves. The first move being the Foreboding Future, which like sends you into your opponent. Then a clone appears, smacks him down. Perfect for combo starting. The second move being Interloping Present. You get a gun marker, and from far range you get a clone, slam down, or do a slam down move. And lastly, we got is Tragic Pass, which basically you shoot at your opponent from far range. Not only does it block break, but it also has a clone smash him into the ground several times. So you get combo extensions, but it's basically you don't gotta risk going in, and basically have the clones do all the dirty work for you. Very low risk. You can also run a nice combo off these 3 moves, a very clean chain type moves. Anyways, going into the mode, you'll unlock the first move, being Chronicle of the Tragic Past. The description is hella long, but basically it spawns a clone right at your opponent who screams and knocks the player back. Great for combo starting, also a far range distance type move. And then we got a perfect block, which is called Chronicles of the Interloping Present, which basically is a perfect block / stun, can be used to create the large chain of combos that I've been talking about. Then the third move is similar to a perfect block. It's a counter, and so basically you launch your opponent back with a ticking time bomb. Why did I say boom? That's so stupid. With a ticking time bomb that goes off and basically stuns your opponent. And lastly, we got Chronology. I was about to mispronounce that, I know that for a fact. But it's basically one of the sickest things I've seen. Basically, y'all are like predicting his future moves. And it's like the Oasis, but in my opinion, a lot cooler. This basically wears down your opponent like hell, and is a great way to start a crazy combo. Again, to run it back, what gives Clock that low S tier spot on the tier list is that you can combo extend and stun without having to even get close to your opponent, which I find like such a W, especially if y'all got hella accuracy. Now anyways, moving on, we got Midas. Now Midas being the underdog is surprisingly not the worst Fullbring in the game, and by a long shot too. Y'all may dog on it since it's common, but let me tell y'all why it's so fire. So basically, Midas goes off of currencies. It's a money type Fullbring, so I'm pretty sure the money the more money you got, the stronger you become. It's low-key the gold digger of any peroxide ability. It's like normal. It's like normal. It's base. Its three base moves are the first one being the 14 karat gleam. Basically, toss a coin, and while it's in the air, if your opponent looks at it, he gets auto blinded. But then if it lands heads, y'all get damage buffs, like golden orifice. If it lands tails, y'all get damage reduction, or like a golden armor. It's basically like a passive. Then the 18 karat onslaught, one of my favorite, is basically like a barrage of coins, great for combo finishing, and of course the 24 karat duster, which is a railgun that stuns your opponent and knocks him back. But then anyways, upon activating the Fullbring, 6 moves, 3 of which are passives, are given to you, which is actually the most out of every single Fullbring. Normally Fullbrings give you like 4 or 5 moves upon activation, but this one gives you a whole 6. But anyways, the first move being Pristine Snipe. Basically snipe your opponent with a coin from a very long distance, and I mean very long distance. You could literally be standing like 2 miles away in game wise, and you could get hit by this easily. And then we got a passive, Midas Touch. So basically when y'all get golden glowing fists, punching your opponent with them will give y'all Fullbring coins. Stacking up coins is obviously crucial, giving you more moves and just more damage for this Fullbring. And the next passive is called Gold Barrier. So basically by turning this mode on, y'all reduce opponent's damage by 30%. And the third passive being basically, so if I'm trying to read it. So if y'all have at least 10 Fullbring gold, y'all can perfect block them and stun them while they're covered in gold. Great for combo extending. Again, it's a stun move. It's the third move. I don't know what it is, but you gotta have at least 10 coins, and it's just a great combo extending move. And now for the final 2 moves of the transformation, we got Blood Money. Flip a coin in the air. It'll turn into blood and heal y'all 20%. Kind of an interesting move for a Fullbring transformation. It like only really heals you 20%, but I guess it's great for mid PvP. It's like a heal pack. But lastly, we got Jackpot Judgment, being the ultimate of Midas. Basically, a giant fish crashes down, following by like a gold coin downpour, like the Quincy Arrow downpour move. Very nice way to end the match. It isn't as cinematic as the other Fullbring finishes. But in my opinion, I'd rate Midas a good A tier, like a top high A tier, due to how some of these guard breaking moves are, and as well as the passives, and all in all, great Fullbring to have when y'all are fighting one or more opponents, since it's such a large radius orientated move. Now next up on this list, we got the one and only Black Silence Fullbring. Being the second one on the rares, this was the first Fullbring that was announced to us in the sneak section, which got everybody hella hyped for the drop of Update 4. Now, anyways, Black Silence actually has very little moves, but the crazy part about it is every single one of these moves is a continuation of the previous. So if y'all play proper, you can combo extend for days, bro. Anyways, the first of the 3 normal moves being I can't pronounce these, by the way, but it's Duranable, which begins the combo following by Zelenkova Workshop and Atelier Logic, which is a cherry on top. Basically, these 3 moves make up for an insane combo that can be used to whittle down your opponent really hard. Now, there's no need to read the description since they ain't passive moves, they're just combo moves, but upon activation of the Fullbring, you'll get 4 moves, including the ultimate. So not 6, not 5, but 4. But these moves all go hand in hand. So the first move we got is Wheels of Industry. Summon a great sword, slam down at your opponent, and then TP to him to combo extend. You teleport right to him, and you begin your combos. The next move is Rango Workshop. Basically a perfect block that lets you all go crazy off of it. And then we got a passive for the third move, ending with the Black Silence ultimate Furiosa. Furiosa is just a crap ton of slicing and cutting and dicing, everything you'd expect from a combo extending ability's final move. From Furiosa, y'all can go back to Wheels of Industry and begin the second crazy combo extending spree. And what's good about Black Silence is there's almost no window for your opponent to react, so it's almost unpunishable putting it at a low A. So if y'all start a combo, the guy could just sit back and enjoy. I mean, he won't enjoy it, but he'll just get demolished. Then moving on to the final Fullbring. Now, last but not least, we got the Dimension Fullbring. Being the only legendary Fullbring in the game, I believe it lives up to its name very well. Now, anyways, the first move being the Illusion Smash. Basically, ragdoll your opponents left and right, then smash them in the end, dealing hella damage. It also block breaks, which leaves a great opportunity to combo extend. And now the second move is Savage Skewer. Basically, launch a giant pillar at your opponent. Great way of ending a combo and keeping good distance. And lastly, we got Cosmic Illusion, which is a counter move, which is it's basically it has a crazy Dragon Ball Z looking animation. Now, so far all the moves have been far range and low risk, which is very nice. And upon transformation, y'all get 5 moves, including the ultimate. The first move being Reality Cutter. So basically, y'all's basic attacks chip through your opponent's block at a 40% rate. It's a passive, of course. But now the next move is Imprisonment Fists. Basically, it's a counter that smashes your opponent's head into the ground. Nice, nice. The third move being Extreme Molus, which is a second passive, which of course reduces Cosmic Illusion cooldown by 10 seconds. I know, y'all, it's crazy. A whole 10-second move cooldown is absolutely astonishing. It's not. And now the fourth move being, y'all guessed it right, I hope, another passive called Defiler of this World, where y'all basically get a custom flash step, which halves the amount of Ryatsu spent and regens a lot quicker. Regens Ryatsu. Now, so far, all 4 of the moves have either been a counter or a passive, but the ultimate is honestly unlike anything I've seen yet in this game, and see for yourselves. Yeah, so that happens. Love the cutscene. PEROXIDE got hella creative with that. But regardless, this move has one too many passes and counters to try to make up for it. They try to make up for it with a nice ultimate, but it's just too many passives and no actual action until the last move. Which is why I'll place it at a low A tier. I mean, not low A tier, low S tier. I'm sorry. But it's a legendary and it does hella damage, so low S tier. Now anyways, that's all I got for today's video. I hope this broke down all the new Fullbrings and their abilities well. It took me a while to gather up all this info, mainly because there's obviously no Trello. So I had to obviously improvise and obviously roll a lot of forum to play each one. As well as obviously watch other content creators play them to include their point of view. But in the end, this is what I came up with, and I hope y'all can agree. Aside from that, if y'all got varying opinions, make sure to drop them in the comments. I'd love to see them. And of course, join the Cord. We're happy to have y'all around because it's hella active, and the more active it gets, the more fun it gets. But anyways, on that note, like, sub, all the proper things. I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.